going, traders? Welcome back to another video. So on here, we're on Eurusd. We've just entered a trade here. We had a really nice successful trade on the left here. Unfortunately, I couldn't record this one, but I may do a breakdown of this one at the end of this video. But what we've gone for here is a fair value gap entry. The reason for the trade is that this is today's high, and we've had a bit of a liquidity grab off the high. We've come down, we've broken some structure. Okay, and then we've got some extreme fair value gaps, and we just tapped into that last fair value gap there. So we have entered the trade for a small 6 pip stop loss, and our first TP is going to be down at 5660. And then potentially we can see price come down and take out these lows down here. So there's a potential for a rather large trade here. We're having a good reaction from the zone already. So we'll see how this goes, and hopefully we can get to our first TP. And then, yeah, we'll see how this trade goes, and then maybe at the end I'll run through the breakdown of this trade if this video isn't too long. So let's see how it goes. Okay, guys, so jumping back into this trade, we have hit our first TP. I actually took it out a little bit earlier. Our first TP was down here, but I thought, hey, sometimes I like to take it just before, just so I can get it locked in, and it is locked in. So a really nice trade here. Price is pushed down quite sharp. We came back up to the zone, I guess, to test this little 1 minute demand zone, which broke this structure to the left, and then price is shot down quite substantially. So got a nice little up and down trading session this morning on EU, and yeah, we've got stop loss at break even now. We'll let that last 20% run, and we'll go from there. I just want to jump onto two other trades which I did join off camera, and that is one on the NAS. And this is the reason why I've taken this one is because we've at this 5 minute, it's actually a 5 minute, really nice 5 minute supply zone. Okay, you can see that just shot down here. Price revisited the zone, and what we had was a push down. We then had a change of character on this 1 minute, okay, which is around here. Price came down here, and when we came into the fair value gap here, I entered the market with a stop loss just above the high here. And as you can see, price has pushed down quite nicely. I've already taken, I had two positions here. I've taken one position out because I liked how much profit it had already gone into, and I'm leaving the other one running. And the other trade I'm in is gold, which is a similar thing. Again, gold is, we had this 15-minute demand zone down here. Okay, we had a nice trade on it the other day as well. We got stopped out on this one the night before, but re-entered in the morning, and we eventually got to our full TP. There you go, but I actually took this out around here. Just had an alert on oil as well. It's all going off. So we've got this really nice strong demand zone on the 15-minute. Price has then come up to an area up here. I wasn't really looking too much to the left. I just see how overextended this price is and was expecting a pullback. We then had this lovely upward trend, higher highs, higher lows, higher highs, higher lows, so and so. Then I was waiting for this leg here to break this one and come back to this fair value gap. Now this fair value gap could have been a valid entry, but for me, I just needed a little bit more confirmation that we were going to change the character, because what you can see here is we've got a demand zone, right? 1 minute demand zone, which pushed price up. So I waited patiently for price to break this low, which it did, and then price to come back into the zone. I actually entered on this fair value gap, and it's the last gap going in the area right now. But price did push up. We kind of tested, and liquidity grabbed off the top of these highs, and then price is now turned to the downside, and we're pushing down nicely towards our first TP as we speak. So a really nice afternoon trading. I'm very happy with it. In fact, it's been good. We have that Euro trade down there, and as I say, NAS is running quite nicely, and gold is running even nicer. So all going well, and I'll come back when the Euro trade has a little bit more info, but it looks like we're going to be taking out for TP1 on gold very shortly. So I'll see you guys in a bit. Okay then, guys, just jumping in. We've just hit TP1 on gold. Stop loss is now at break even, and 20% is left running for the rest of the day. Very happy with that trade. So we'll see how that one ends up later on. The NAS has now pushed down just a little bit more, so we're still running, which is good, and coming towards that initial TP for our second position, where we'll take 80% of that one and leave that one running. We had a full position that came out just there, and that's where we're at. Oh, nice little push down there. So we'll wait and see how this goes, and then if we get down there, then we'll take our first TP. So let's see. Alright guys, so jumping back in, we now blasted down and I've now closed out the position in full. Just because we got so close to the point of full returns, I'm very happy with that. So that's on NAS. NAS is looking perfect and we are completely out of that trade. Gold has slowed down a little bit, but we have got our first TP, that 20% still running. And yeah, we're just going to leave it at that. Euro USD came back up to break even, and they did stop us out there. So a really great day, and I'm going to leave the video here. So if you haven't already, please like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace. Alright, so I forgot I would run through this trade, so I'm going to run through that now. So we're going to use the replay tool to take us back in time. And basically what we had was a 15-minute demand zone here. Demand pushed price up, and we broke structure to the left, and also some major structure to the left here. Somewhere over here, there it is. So price was looking nice and bullish. Price came back into the zone. We filled a fair value gap here, and I actually missed out on this entry, which would have been nicely done here. And I also noticed we had a fair value gap just below the zone. Now, when there's a fair value gap just below the zone, sometimes price likes to wick into that and come up. So I covered that with the stop loss just below there. And then we were basically waiting for an entry now, which we didn't get here, but we did get on the next candle. Price basically opened and then pushed up, breaking this high, and I managed to get in just here at the top. It then reversed instantly, and I was like, oh no, this could not be a valid demand. It came down, visited that fair value gap, filled that, and then we started to turn around. And at this time, I was like, oh, I'm not really sure. Then this flipped bullish, which was nice to see. A little bit of mucking around. Then 1:30 came, which is the open of the New York Stock Exchange. No, sorry, wrong. Open of the New York session. New York Stock Exchange opens at 2:30. And bang. Shot straight up. And then we came down, and then eventually we did hit our TP. After this point, I was pretty confident that price was going to continue, so I just let things run on this one, which I was very happy with. So that's the breakdown of that trade, and then obviously after that, you saw what happened on this trade. We looked to take out this high, etc., and then we had a liquidity play pushing down. So there we go. That's the video for today. Hope you enjoyed. Hope that was useful. If you haven't already, please like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.